Hi, everybody. It's Jen. Welcome back to Midlife Mindset. So, I have been struggling to get back to recording. And one of the reasons why I have been struggling to getting back to recording, besides life just being life and getting super busy, was I also kind of felt like an imposter or a fake because I was handing off mostly fitness content, yet I gained weight. So, over the past, I would say, year, I probably put on about 10 pounds. A good part of that's probably fat. Most of it's probably fat. Now, I lift heavy and I work hard in the gym. And before this past year, I'd say it was very, very structured and organized about how I eat. And I still am definitely not where the average American is, but I got lazy when it came to food tracking. And maybe not lazy is the accurate word. I was making conscious choices. So let me go back. 53 years old. Last year, I would say around May, I pulled out of prep. I was in prep for a bodybuilding competition, and I am a competitor. And I would say that I average normally a comfortable weight range for me at 5'6" is around 135 to 138 pounds. Sure, I'd love to be leaner than that and have like visible a six pack, but usually at about 135, I'll see maybe the upper four and then call it a day because I personally don't think it's healthy for women to maintain a six pack leanness long term hormonally. That's me. The science usually backs that as well. You do have some anomalies out there where women are able to maintain super lean physiques and not have any impact to their hormonal balance. And that's fabulous for them. I'm just not one of those lucky few. Yet last year in May, I was struggling to lose weight, like really, really struggling to lose weight on prep with my coach, just having a very difficult time staying completely disciplined. There may be one or two meals out during the week, and that's just not something you can do in prep when you need to lose a significant amount of body fat. So when I said my normal weight range is 35, which is low for me now, to 138, which is probably more realistic, my competition weight is at around 120 pounds. So that's nearly 20 pounds lighter than I am at my average weight. And I just couldn't break past 134. Like I was struggling and I had gotten my weight up to about 144 doing the past off-season bulking phase where I intentionally put on weight to try and get more muscle mass on my frame so that way when I diet down, I don't look scrawny because my last competition, I dieted down and I didn't have as much muscle as I needed and I did look a little scrawny. So I wanted more for that. I wanted more impact, especially in my hamstrings, which I thought were lacking. So when it came time to diet, I had a really hard time. And my coach, I think I have a video about this. My coach pulled me out of prep around May of last year, not this past year in 2026, but in 2025. And it was basically, this is too much of a struggle. And we would have to, at this point, hammer down so hard to get you in line for your first show, which was supposed to be in the end of July. I had 10 pounds to lose and 9 weeks to do it in. And that was just 10 pounds just to be somewhat respectable, anticipating that I put on muscle. So that would have put me at about 123, 125. And I couldn't even break down to 135. So we pulled me out of prep. And what I had going on was my daughter in competitive volleyball and my father was dying. And it was just trying to support my mother and my dad and deal with all these emotional things. It was just not a time to try and lose weight. And I also knew this current year that we are in, going into, 2026, I wouldn't be able to diet down for that either because my son was going to college and I would have to deal with the emotions from that. And I knew that is also not a good time for me to diet down. So I let go of it. And I maintained eating well and structured probably through December. In fact, I was losing weight in November, not even trying to. So I hit 138, 137 in November. I wasn't even trying to. I was trying to maintain around 140, 142. Then November goes into the winter, and I would say during the spring, I was probably averaging 144. And then over the summer, I have gotten all the way up to almost 150. Why? I made conscious choices to not eat my own food. It's really this simple, people. It's like don't binge, but I just ate out frequently. I was eating out maybe once a day because I was taking these opportunities when my son and I were out going shopping, or my daughter and I were out going shopping, to pull over and just go get lunch together, because that's just not something I get during the school year. So I'm very aware of what got me there. Reduce my step count, or reduction in my cardio. I was still lifting, but just eating out in itself was more than enough to push me up to about 150. Now, I'm putting this video together because I really, really want to be of service to those people out there that keep saying they're yo-yo dieting. The concept of yo-yo dieting implies that weight is steady, that weight is completely static. Once you hit this imaginary goal weight, that your weight stays that way. That's not usually the case. Somebody whose weight is that stable is an anomaly, especially if that's a female. Females' weight goes up pounds difference within days, especially if you still have a cycle. You give me 1 day of sushi and I am at least 2 pounds heavier the very next day, just based on sodium. Weight is not static. Weight loss is not linear. So I wanted to make this video because I'm sure that there's other people out there that are struggling with this frustration about weight loss and frustration about their bodies. And I want to do something that can be helpful. Okay. So I have 2 pictures for you. I have a picture of me in prep and a picture of me yesterday. And you can see the difference in my back. Now, in prep, in this picture, I am probably 130 to 128 pounds in this picture. In this picture right here, I am 148 pounds. So that is a 20-pound difference on my frame. Now, I felt compelled to make this video because I recently was trying on clothes, going shopping with my daughter, and nothing was fitting right. And I was experiencing, like, my back spilling over on certain items of clothing. And I was just getting frustrated, and more frustrated with myself because I got myself here. I'm not a victim in this. This is not just a result of hormones. Although a lot of women my age, I don't want to insult our intelligence. We know our bodies change, and it definitely does get harder to lose weight, but it doesn't get impossible. It doesn't get impossible to maintain your weight. I got myself here. I can get myself out of here, but it requires that I need to be disciplined in the food that I'm taking in and disciplined in my working out. I would much rather work out than prep food. But when I'm not in prep, it's very easy for me to get unstructured about prepping my food. I'm also during the summer, and I'm an educator, so I'm not going to work. When I'm going to work, I have my breakfast, my lunch, my snacks, sometimes my dinner if I'm going straight to a kid's game after that, have all those things packed with me, so I'm eating all of my own food. During the summer, I don't have as much of a structure, which means that I'm not prepping my food regularly. I'm not packing my food regularly. And because of that, I wind up taking in far many more calories of fats and carbohydrates than I normally would get. So it's just something that I need to be aware of. During the summer, when I am as unstructured as this, I am getting far more calories because I am not eating all my own food. I am not packing everything. So these are the things that led me to the place that I'm at today. Ordinarily, I'd like to be pretty lean for the summer. I'm actually the heaviest I've been in several years right now. And the big thing is, I know it's going to be okay. And that's what I just want to convey to you. It's okay. Weight is not linear. Weight loss, I mean, it's okay. Weight loss is not linear. And your weight is never going to be 100% stable within 1 to 2 pounds. If it is, congratulations to you. You're an anomaly. So what am I going to do about this? Well, we have my check-in video here. This is where I'm currently at. Now, I've not taken my measurements yet. I highly suggest that when you are setting yourself up for a goal for your physique, that you take your measurements as well, because many times you will not see the difference on the scale. You may see them in pictures, but you will probably see a greater impact using a measuring tape around your body and seeing an impact there, because you might look the same in a mirror. Your scale might say something similar, but if you lose a half an inch off your waist, you feel really, really good. So it's great to have all of those data points in place. So you have my check-in video. I am going to check in again in a month, in 30 days. So today is August 15th. So around September 15th, depending on when the weekend is, I will be doing another check-in to let you know how I'm doing with this. And my drive is going to be having, as much as possible, all my meals prepared by myself, because I know if I do that, I am going to feel so much better about myself. So I just hope this helped somebody out there. I hope this helped normalize the idea of your weight never being a static number, and that's okay. And you can be in midlife, you can be over 50, over 60, even over 70, and still lose weight. It's not just hormones. Hormones can complicate the heck out of it, but once you get routine going and once you get discipline, it's a long game. It's not a short game. So thanks for watching. I hope I'll see you again soon.